And the Rangers team, of course, facing not just the present pedigree, but a great cast of German players. Beside me, Alan McInally, who was in that Bayern team of 10 years ago. Different circumstances, Alan.
Yeah, completely different circumstances, actually. And I'm glad to see that he's changed to 4-4-2. Rangers are much more suited, especially when they play at home. Mull's will be happier, and with the pace of Johansson, they're obviously hoping to cause Bayern a few problems.
Well, up front, Mull's and Johansson, a bit of pace there, if nothing else.
Absolutely. Well, you can see that. I mean, they're actually playing quite offensively with Salihamidzic, Elber, and Scholl. Scholl and Salihamidzic will both drop into midfield. But if you just put a circle around the middle there, Effenberg, Lizarazu, Tarnat, and Jeremies, a very, very strong midfield, and that's where this game will be won and lost.
But you know, the noticeable thing in Valencia was how easily Rangers were brushed aside in midfield. They were just looking stronger. Valencia, I just said that this is a very powerful looking Bayern team. Even before a ball is kicked, you can sense that.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I was with the guys this afternoon actually, and they're very, very determined. And you spoke about, very briefly actually, about Stefan Effenberg. No one more in the team is more determined to come here and get the result. He's still trying to prove to everybody that he is the best midfield player in Germany have. This will be an absolute cracker tonight, Archie.
Well, there's a referee who refereed that astonishing game in '93 that Rangers played against Club Brugge. Referee Raisa Bocic from Poland. It was played in the mud. I remember Nisbet scored a goal from about 40 yards with a high lob. There's the young goalkeeper, Stefan Wessel. He's trained, by the way, by the great Sepp Maier, and Bayern, as we know from the man beside me, never sign duds, do they?
Well, I don't know about that. He is a very young goalkeeper, and actually, the only thing that is very relative to when I was here in '89, our goalkeeper at the time, Raymond Aumann, was injured, and we played a young goalie at the time, so I wonder if it'll be the same result this evening.
5 times they played in the past, these two clubs. Rangers have come off worse, but of course that famous time back in '72 when Sandy Jardine played and scored in the first couple of minutes of the game. As history, for Rangers' sake, we hope, is repeated. Johansson, Alberts, who played extremely well in that second half against Valencia. Played forward there. On Salihamidzic, there's Ferguson. That's not a bad ball, right through the middle to Johansson. And Alan, I'm quite sure that from a Bayern point of view, they'll be delighted that young man's had his first blooding.
Absolutely, be delighted as well. There was just a little bit too much pace on it. Great run from Johansson. He was right on the shoulder of Lizarazu there. He didn't see him coming in, and that only had to be a half yard shorter, Archie, and Jonas and Johansson would have got that.
Free kick. Bad long ball again, Moles. Playing at the back there, Sami Kufur, Ghanaian international. Yes, I think a free kick for that rather clumsy challenge there. Sami Kufur loaned out to Nuremberg by the Germans. There's the Finnish international, used very sparingly by Rangers, of course. Moore, I thought it was a very good game in Valencia. Porini didn't catch that very well. Lizarazu going across there. A little bit of harassing going on as the ball was picked up by Scholl, Mehmet Scholl. Kufur. .38 he may be, but this man will try and control the game. He makes up for any lack of pace in the legs now with wonderful vision. He's been one of the great players of the last 20 years in European football. Kufur again. Got to watch this man away across here, Salihamidzic. Well played wildly there. Porini is covering though. That's a very good piece of play by Porini, and I think the ball in any case, the assistant referee in the far side was indicating the ball actually had gone out of play.
Yeah, he had actually, and it was good play by Porini. He has to come round there from right back basically, and almost right round to the left hand side to cover there. And when he played the ball out, Sammy Kufor in picture there just made sure Jonathan Johansson remembered he was in a very, very important game indeed.
Johansson. Now Ferguson. Wrong side though. Moles wanted that ball played to foot. Lizarazu, French international, wonderful player. Go to Rangers. Yes. Very quickly spotted there. Thomas Linker was who picked that up. Mateus. One of his runs forward. He's been dragged out of position though. Oh, just a little bit ambitious, that one. Tucked away by Linker. Moles. Reina. Michael Moles. And just over. Van Bronckhorst scooped at it. I don't think it was hit with a great power. He was trying to swing it and loop it away.
Well, it's came to him very, very quickly. It was good play by Moles, direct play, got it inside to Van Bronckhorst. You can see it was actually Tarmac that shot him down. It was really only a kind of pop shot. Couldn't get a full swing at it properly. Couldn't keep it down. But that was a decent play by Rangers, pushing Bayern back. We need more of that.
Porini. Van Bronckhorst, a little bit of a shove, I thought. Picked up by this very fast player, Mehmet Scholl. Jeremies, player with the long hair you'll see there, played in the cup final against Manchester United. That's Scholl, of course. He's been in a bit of bother recently with some of his anti-social behaviour, as Bayern would put it.
An ex-neighbour of mine, I'm not going to say anything bad about him, actually. He actually hit the post, didn't he, against Manchester United in the final as well. Very, very talented individual.
Well, Porini started off on a run and then checked his mind there. I mean, if he's going to be positive about it, he indicated to Amoruso if he's going down the right-hand side, and no wonder he's annoyed about it.
Well, you're right, Archie, and you picked it up superbly. He did. He was right down in front of us, started his run, and for some reason checked. Amoruso played the ball where he thought he would be.
There's a shot and right in the way of it. Now, this is where they're dangerous on the counter-attack, and the coach indeed said that yesterday. He wanted to draw Rangers forward and hit them from deep inside their own half even. Jeremies. Busy little player coming for the 1-2. Scholl. Effenberg a little bit obvious with that. Towering figure of Effenberg. Amoruso. Swept towards Moles. Kufor goes with him. Moles tried to cut inside. Van Bronckhorst had to play back to the free player. Now Ferguson. Albert's taking his eye off it though. The thing about Albert's, when he was very sharp, when he can be very sharp, as he was in Valencia, Alan, he can be very effective, but sometimes he looks like kind of as if he's having lapses of concentration.
Well, that's maybe the finger that can be pointed at him, Archie. I mean, he's a very good player. I'll just let you go here. No, you're okay. He did. When he came on as a substitute at half-time for Valencia, he was one of the plus signs, and I'm glad to see he's in the team tonight. He's got a lot to prove. He wants to get himself into the German team, and what better time to do it than obviously live on television against the biggest team in Germany.
Reina will be delighted to get into this game. Major disappointment against the Spanish side. What a swing in it. Still not out of play though. It is now. And Rangers, very few times in a game against Valencia did they try that long diagonal ball. Well, Bayern certainly informed they've won the last two away games. Of course, lost a couple of goalkeepers and still won. Kufor didn't get that cleanly. A bit of fouling going on.
Well, they haven't had the greatest start either, Archie, really, to the Bundesliga campaign, but in actual fact I've been speaking to a few of the quite critical, actually, some of the reports and reporters. They said that was probably their best game they played against Frankfurt this season, and they won 2-1.
Here's Gofor. Rangers have to be very cautious in this game, of course, not be dragged forward too much. Now, Rangers, of course, have to go and try and win a home game. That's part of the philosophy of playing in the Champions League. However, given the stick they've had, they ended up this game with a draw. I don't think it would be too traumatic for them. Here's Jeremes. Go's got his eye on it. Show. Good control. Smart move there by Reina. Look at the way that Effenberg can control the midfield. One dab away to the side there, opening it up. Well, a little bit of a change about this Rangers team in the way they're sharply going at opponents, because they lost possession so easily against the Spaniards.
Well, they did, yeah, and the Spaniards actually put us under so much pressure we kept on giving the ball away, but hopefully they're going to do that tonight to Bayern, and you've got to try and keep possession. You see Bayern do it really well. Rangers have got to do the same.
Here's Johansson, still sticking in there with Gofor, who gets away with it. He certainly didn't like that bouncing ball coming towards him, the Ghanaian. He played 8 Champions League games last season, one of the regulars, played in the final. And now here's Perini. Gonna get a bit of height in it, and there's just past. That's a great save. The goalkeeper got down to that. 20 years of age, coming on 30 now after moments like this. Watch.
Oh, it's a terrific save. A terrific save from young Stefan Wessels there. Very unlucky by Jonathan Johansson there.
Great tackling by Ferguson. Just over 10 minutes gone. Much more fight about this Rangers team at the moment, but of course they'll need infinitely more than that. Here's Moore. Like not giving the ball away to Bayern in the midfield as liberally as that. Moore goes for it. There's a run through the middle by Effenberg. Reina comes away neatly with it. There's Moles. Good interception though. I think they've read the danger of Moles. Reina again. Van Bronckhorst. Here's Johansson. On to Moles. Ooh, just beyond Van Bronckhorst. I think he was going to try and touch it. Away to Alberts on the left-hand side. Bit of pace going on here. The man trying to go away around the side. No less than Mateus going away forward. Mateus trotting back.
I don't think we'll see him do that too many times in the game, Archie. Although it just shows you there they got possession very quickly, and Lothar's the first man to break out of defence and try and put Rangers under pressure.
Here's Ferguson. Moles again. On to Johansson. Before staying with them all the way. They'll get a corner for this, I think. No, the assistant referee was right down to the corner flag, verifying that that ball hadn't got over. Van Bronckhorst to Alberts. There's the replay for that as Alberts comes away. On to Moles. There's Van Bronckhorst, tries to touch it inside to Alberts. Lovely move by Rangers. And Effenberg being a little bit too clever by half there. And now Rangers beginning to stroke the ball about the way they did against Palmer. To very good effect. Van Bronckhorst. Ferguson to Reina. Moles. Neatest of turns. Now Perini giving support. A little bit too obvious that by Perini. Here's Ferguson. Reina on the run. And out comes the young man again, Stefan Wessels. Making his debut, of course. There's the ball played forward. And he's done it safely enough. Mateus. Mateus has played 452 Bundesliga games. Going to America after the first round of the Champions League. And told us quite emphatically that will not destroy his dedication to the club in the remaining games he has with Munich. Ottmar Hitzfeld, one of the most intelligent coaches, and of course he won the trophy with Borussia Dortmund and recovered, thankfully, from a very serious cancer operation. Everybody is delighted to see him back in full health. Rangers allowing Bayern to come forward like this, not challenging them too near the 18-yard line, and a little slip there by Albert. I think Albert will get a bit of a kick out of playing against the German squad.
Yeah, just a bit. I mean, he's probably delighted he's in the team, and as we said earlier on, a great chance to show that not only is he should be in the Rangers team, but also in the German team. But just the way the game's going, Bayern quite happy to keep possession, and Rangers really need to try and put them under a little bit more pressure. I know when they're getting the ball forward, and Moles has got to get himself in front of Linker, keep possession, and that way you can keep pressure on them, as well as Sami Kufor, who gets the ball now. Archie, he's not the greatest with left or right foot, but if you can put him under pressure, as Johansson did actually after about 10 minutes, they may get a bit of luck.
Here's Mateus. Certainly are keeping possession at the moment. That was a beautiful little turn there. It's a good goal. The referee says that's a free kick. This could be very dangerous for Rangers, because if they have a side to their game which can be deadly, it's free kicks from here.
Yeah, it was great play by Mehmet Scholl initially, because Amoruso was far too close to him. He just rolled off him, and it was great movement from the other two. Salihamidzic and Elber, they just split. Mehmet tried to go in the middle, and unfortunately Amoruso brought him down. Now, when I was in Kiev for the semi-final against in Russia for the semi-final against Kiev, Effenberg scored from very, very similar position to this.
And I remember Ogenthaler scoring that night you were playing from just about there. Now, Effenberg going for it. It's a weak effort by Effenberg, but they do get the corner kick out of it.
And he's not happy. You can see he's not. He sets better standards for himself. I'm sure everybody will remember the goal. It was a terrific free kick he scored and changed the game against Kiev. And a great opportunity there. When you've got players like him in the team, you expect him at least to hit the target, but that was a very poor effort by him. But they do get a corner.
Back go Rangers. Here's a corner. A lot of movement in the middle. There's the header. Coming in there from Thomas Linker.
Well, he's come
30-year-old signed from Schalke, and that's why.
Well, he's come from really. His run begins on the edge of the D and finishes in the near post. It's a good driven ball. Amoruso did enough to put him off, but they'll need to be really careful that you mark his run for balls like that in the box.
Well, wait till they bring, and I'm sure they will, the likes of Carsten Janker on, who's 6'3". Yeah. I'm surprised he isn't playing from the start here tonight.
Well,
that's a loose one by Johansson. Ferguson fighting for it, though. It's an impressive piece of possession at the moment by Bayern. Kupfer trying to go inside. There's a good save, and it's missed out. Well, Elber picked it up on the right-hand side. That was real danger for Rangers. Now Moles. Needs a little bit of support all the same, and brought down. Yes, that was quite cynical there by Mehmet Scholl. That was a great run by Elber originally there, and I think just a little bit lucky to survive Rangers. Yeah,
they were. It was good skill by him, great pace to get in behind to get the return ball, and a great save by Charbonnet. Saved him there, and it was just lucky that it didn't fall to Salihamidzic. It was very awkward for him, but Good chance here. Mehmet gave a foul away and we're looking for it. You see it here. It's a great save by Shaboni. He stays up and it just didn't fall. It was actually Tarnat that was forward. But let's hope the Rangers can get a good ball in here and put them under pressure.
As usual, Van Bronckhorst with it. And I think a bit of pushing going on, yes. A little bit over eagerness there by Lorenzo Amoroso. Mark you, they do have to put pressure on the Germans when they get it like this. There's a push. I think he might have mixed up his own feet at the same time as well. Here's Effenberg. Moore watching it. That's a good clearance by Moore. Now Van Bronckhorst playing the longer ball again towards Moles. He needs good control. Inside it goes to Alberts. He's well marked though. That's the value of Mateus. Here's Moles. He's not offside. Now Reina. Johansson is up there. Kufor, and he should leave it. Effenberg. Albert's going with him. Effenberg gives the impression he can be over casual, but then you get these little explosions of play from him. Mateus. Linker. Try that long one again. It should be Charbonnier's. Wasn't too happy with the way he took that, and they were advancing on him very quickly. Dick Advocat out of his dugout at the moment. Well, that was a blatant push. There's Porini. Johansson did well with that, but I think Kufor has it covered. And so far the German defense have kept the ball away as often as they can. After 20 minutes from the young goalkeeper, they've cosseted him very well. Linker. Effenberg. Exactly, and comes back in to get the return. The linchpin of everything moving for the Germans in midfield. Michael Moles chasing after this.
See what they're quite
I think at this stage, Alan, the Rangers supporters have got to be patient.
Yeah, extremely patient, because I mean, I've been in a team like this. They are quite happy to play. If there's 20 10-yard passes, they'll play them. And what Rangers can't do is just dive in and expect something to happen and then give the ball away like that. They will play, if need be, from left to right across the back, so long as the time, when they think the time is right to go forward, they'll go. They won't go any earlier.
And there's a time now as Amoruso just gets a touch to it, dabbing it away. Seen not very much of Arthur Newman, who's having his jersey pulled off him at the moment. Took that far too quickly. Here's Michael Moles and Mateus. That's a bit of ball, I think just out of play. It touched Lizarazu. Claudio Reina, I'm sure, stung by the criticism he got after that game at Valencia. Played in German football, of course. He's Reina, got in and out. Alberts has a shot, he's done it! George Alberts has scored for Rangers. They're one up. 22 minutes gone, a beautiful piece of play. Emanating from the right, from Reina. Alan.
Absolutely magnificent. I mean, that's really good offensive play. It was a good tackle actually from the number 3, Lizarazu, but Alberts locks onto the ball. You see here, it's a decent tackle. Lizarazu put a tackle and Alberts got the shot in. What a great goal, and what a great way for Rock Alberts to answer his critics, be in the team and score a goal that puts Rangers 1-0 up.
Great blood by Reina there. I know he got the tackle in, but the German absolutely delighted. Rather ignored both by the German FA and somewhat ridiculed at times by the German media. That's the way to answer them. Here he goes again. Picked up by Van Bronckhorst. Goes around by Johansson, brilliant play. Reina. What a different performance, Alan.
I'm thinking, you took the words out of my mouth there, Archie. I can't believe this is nowhere near the team that played in Valencia. A completely different outfit. There's lots of movement, they're picking up second balls, and even though when Bayern had a little bit of possession, yeah, we said they have to be patient, but when they get an opportunity like that, Albert's killed it, 1-0.
Perini. And I think Michael Moles is in trouble. He is. Seems to take one in the face. The Ghanaian is trying to be very diplomatic about what happened. Here's the run again.
Yeah, it was good play by Reina, good interlink play. The good I mean, you don't need to go by MD. You can see, no way the goalie can see that. He's no chance. The ball fell to Albert's, bang, 1-0.
Moles has recovered. That goal coming roughly at the same time as Rangers scored against Palmer, but there is a long, long way to go. Moles picked it out well. Here he is again. There's a ball forward for Van Bronckhorst, who decided for some reason to give up on the forward run.
He's obviously looking for more goals, isn't he? But I mean, that'll settle them down a little bit. I mean, they're even still going for another goal. But certainly Bayern will have to come out trying to get one back, presumably, although they won't be in a hurry to do anything. I remember when we played here before, actually Rangers took the lead through a Mark Walters penalty. They don't change their system, they keep playing the same way, and there's still a long way to go.
Here's Perini. That's pretty hard ball by Johansson. Johansson very much a forward running player. He doesn't have the nuances that some of his colleagues have when they get the ball in midfield. Now, Lothar Matthäus deciding to come forward, and I don't think he'll be too happy with that. He did get into free space, takes the free kick very quickly. Kufur. There's Matthäus. Wonderfully fit for his age. Play going on. It's Elbert who's picked it up. Looking for somebody to run inside. Very good clearance there by Moore. Yes, that'll be a free kick. I wouldn't say Bayern have been shocked by that because they're far too experienced. They can absorb a lot of punishment and goals, but nevertheless I think they've been given an idea of how well Rangers can play.
Well, absolutely, and you know, I think it was certainly a falls dawn, the performance.
Here's Moles going again, and he goes, oh, he's not put it away. The goalkeeper did well.
What an unbelievable chance.
That was a great chance by Moles. Somehow or other he ought to have placed it to the side, and he may regret that.
But to be fair, Archie, I mean, he has manufactured it himself. He's put a lot of pressure on the defender. He's then turned inside, link it all over the place. A little bit of composure here. He's actually gone for the wrong side, or has he? It's actually a good save by the young goalkeeper, but oh my goodness, what a chance.
Here's Perini. Moles again. He's giving Linka a very hard time indeed. Now Matthäus. All the experienced players grouping in midfield there. Hermes away on the far side made that little run. Show. Matthäus coming forward. They're attacking in depth now. Elbert just touched away. Matthäus. Amaruso. Well, the Rangers defence will be delighted to see that. But again, intimations of how clinical they can be in the way they move the ball from defence through midfield. There's Charbonnier. He wasn't a happy man the other day. He bust into a press conference I think Advocat was having, told the manager what he had to say about the criticism he received was much more important Been talking to the media now. How could he come to a conclusion like that?
Well, I think he should have taken some criticism, because I didn't think he played particularly well, and to be fair, I think you could almost say collectively they didn't, but not tonight.
There's a nice little ball through again. Perini slipping on that. Rangers finding it difficult to get possession again. There's Elbert, he'll try the shot. It wasn't far away, and look how well they worked out towards the end of the penalty area, however crowded it was.
It was good play again by Shaw and Elbert. Got a half yard, shot was wide. When he gets the ball at that altitude, they've got to get somebody very, very quickly onto him. You can see here, look at their boys are trying. Craig Moore turns his back on the shot, but he is most definitely a very, very dangerous player, and they will have to try and get bodies in front of him when he gets a bit of space like that for a shot.
At this stage, Rangers have lost it in midfield, there's no question about that. Jeremy is coming forward. This is the man who played more games than any other professional footballer. 4 years ago, when he came up against the Intertoto Cup commitments, then went through Bordeaux, right through to the final against Bayern, which is where Bayern squatted him. Beaten in the final, of course. Very coolly played by Mateus. Well, I was in the stadium to watch him getting the World Cup for Germany back in Italy, calling upon that great maturity of his on an occasion like this. Kenemays, there's the run by Effenberg, missed out on it though. Johansson just a little bit careless when he plays these cross balls like that. Half an hour of the game played, Rangers in the lead. But at the moment, ominous signs developing of the class and the stature of this side and the way they move the ball about. Mateus. Beautiful tackle by Van Bronckhorst, who of course can play very much in that left back position. There's a long run for Johansson, going in after it. Suddenly Thomas Linker came unstuck there, but they got away with it. Tarnat. Mateus now begins to wander about a little, exert some influence. Lizarazu. Lizarazu hasn't attacked all that much in the game, but of course he's renowned in French international football, at least, for making these penetrating runs of his. Here's Kafur. Well, Amoruso suddenly found himself in the Bayern half. He's out of position. Moore is after this. Moore's very good turn of pace. Effenberg. And nobody going for it. Trying that little touch on to Elbert.
It was a good ball into feet, actually, and actually Salihamidzic thought he was playing the right ball. It's actually Elbert, his run as a striker, has come across his partner to try and take it, whereas Salihamidzic this time has actually played the 1-2 for him to go into the box. It's a good job he didn't choose that run, because there was nobody going with him.
Once again trying this longish ball. Here's Johansson, can't get near it. Perini. Turena. Ferguson. Michael Moles wants to run forward again, and he gets it. Moles going in. Little turn round, couldn't get enough purchase on the ball, but he's led his line intelligently, Moles, even though he did have that miss. Another typical run.
Well, it's a great ball, isn't it? Pinned perfect, and it just bounced up a little bit awkwardly for him. He couldn't get enough power in it. I'm telling you, they're going to get Johansson with the pace of him and the trickery of Moles. If they can play on the shoulder like that against Kafur and Linker, Rangers might get something out of this, no doubt.
Amoruso, I think a throw to Rangers. Amoruso almost involved in a collision again. Remember, he took that head knock in Valencia.
I mean, they look a completely different team actually tonight, playing 4-4-2, much more comfortable. Okay, the game's at home, a little bit of better advantage for them. Who knows, if they played 4-4-2 in Valencia, they might have got a result, but a completely different performance by Rangers tonight, much better.
Kafur. Linka at the back. Lizarazu. Perini watching very closely. Tarnat had made that little dive down the left-hand side. He played in every game, Tarnat, a couple of years ago in the Champions League. The only regular in the side at that time. Kufur's decided to come forward. They just must be hoping that they're just exposing themselves a little at the back. Effenberg. Kufur. Forward he goes again. Look at all the movement here. Good play by Bayern. Charbonnier, far too near him. You'll be delighted to get that. Lizarazu, as I said, penetrating play on the left-hand side. Scored only a couple of goals in the almost 50 times he's played for France. Reina. Well, he lacked a little bit of support there. Lizarazu popping up. Here's the pace. What was known about this man, and just touched away again. Ferguson. Alberts. Newman. Johansson. I think he'll want to take Kufur on here using his pace. Also wild ball by Johansson. Well, he's a bit of a mixed player, there, because he does have penetration and pace, and sometimes just lacking control at the crucial moment.
Well, it showed his control, actually. I mean, the delivery wasn't good, but a little naivety there. When you take it down there, you know, okay, Michael Mols is only in the centre himself. Turn out, turn back in, because your midfield should be coming and supporting you. And you know, you can keep possession. All you've done there is actually give Bayern the ball back, and they can try and keep possession again.
Effenberg with a little push there. Van Bronckhorst went with him, though. Go to Bayern. Tries for the corner. George Albert's with him. Comes away with it. Van Bronckhorst got away with it. And again, Johansson just taking his eye off it. Gives them dangerous possession again. Effenberg trying to go into the box. Good tackle. Amoroso getting enough. Ferguson. Here's Johansson. Better control that time. Back go the Bayern defence with him. And he gets a corner kick.
Well, that's better play. He waited for support. He didn't cross early there. He decided to take him on. But what it was in midfield was superb play by Barry Ferguson. Very, very composed. Checked into the left, checked into the right, turned out to the left, and put a beautiful ball to Johansson that gets Rangers a corner.
Well, this is where, if there's going to be any cracking of this young goalkeeper, he's got to be pressurised, fairly of course. We've got the big men up there. There's a little touchdown, and here's Reina coming for it. Almost getting in here. Now the break by Elbert. Ferguson going with him and does exactly the right thing.
Well, I'm giving him
one of the days when I'm sure he played at Glasgow Green and put it right over the Clyde.
Well, I'm giving him a great pat in the back for some great play, left and right foot. But sometimes, Archie, when you're under pressure and it has to go into the stand, that's where it has to go.
Elbert just using that Brazilian skill of his. He is again. That's great play. That's a free kick. He really took Perini on. I always thought that Palmer saw the weakness in Perini and tried to pressurise him in the second half. You may remember that when we did the game. And that might turn out to be the case this time.
It was great skill by Elbert there. Although, to be fair, Perini hasn't done much wrong tonight, Archie. He stood his ground well, as the four defenders have.
Here's Effenberg. Up goes that tall player, Michael Tarnat. 6'2". He's just not getting it in midfield cleanly, though. Shaw. Way by Moore. Moles, and now Johansson going for it. Real chase by Johansson. That's a good clearance by the 38-year-old, and cool play by the 20-year-old goalkeeper. The young and older bit there in the German defence. That's a slack one. Now Moles must take advantage of this. Albert's on the left. That was well read, though. Just a little bit slow going on the outside. That should have been played much, much quicker as we come towards half-time. Just about 7 minutes remaining, I make it. Ferguson in that very good position. Perini coming right across. Perini, there's the shot at goal. Only ever scored a couple of times for Rangers. Well worth an effort there, though. Now Barry Ferguson stroking it out to Newman. Haven't seen Newman coming forward that much into the opponent's half, although that's his great asset. Johansson. Before with him. Nobody will get there. And just touched away. That's superb control by the French international. Kenemeis. Effenberg. Alberts has done very well in that stopping role. Can't find an opening. Newman struggling to get any freedom there. I think Moles ought to have been taking off just a little bit earlier there. He was very static.
Well, a little bit there, but he was trying to hold his position. He was trying to keep Linke out from actually going into the space he thought Jonathan Johansson was going. He thought he also was going to get an early pass from Arthur Newman at the back. It didn't come, and eventually when the ball came, he decided because he had stayed, he wasn't able to get across.
That's a free kick.
It's an important time for Rangers as well, Archie. 5 or 6 minutes to go. They really don't want to be giving anything away if they can. If they go in at 1-0 at half-time, this would be a much more fluent, much more balanced 45 or so, almost 45 minutes by Rangers than we saw last week.
Effenberg measuring it very carefully. Yes, all the way through to Charbonnier. Of course, so often I've seen European games which a team has defended very well and then caught out very late, either in the first half or the second half. Concentration all the way there. Johansson almost got in there for a shot. A good interception again by Thomas Linke, who's angry with the assistant referee on his side, but Johansson was in there like a flash. Perini comes forward. 4 minutes to half time, we make it. There will be some stoppage time. Here's Moles. They're closing him down very quickly. Elbers there. Kenemeis. Now Tana. Effenberg spraying the ball about beautifully. Matthias Newman just getting the tackle in. Newman coming away now. Alberts. There's a long high one again to Michael Moles. Can he get control? How's he going to do it? Inside it goes, and not hard enough by Johansson. He really set Johansson up there. There had to be hit crisply, and it wasn't.
He's just not got enough on it. Great again, a superb diagonal ball. It's caught Bayern now. Good play by Michael Moles. His partner tried to get into the middle for him. It was a good ball in and just never got enough on it. Another very, very good chance, Archie. They really could have had 2 or 3 goals in the first half, Rangers.
There's a little touch on Amoroso, just got that. Now Newman. Reina disappeared out of the game in the last 10-15 minutes. Perini. Where is Reina? Wanted it back again. Johansson. Well, I think Johansson is infinitely much more effective when the ball is played just behind the defenders. Here's this wonderful piece of play here. Makiui was covered very quickly by Kuffour.
Yeah, he was. When you see it there, it's maybe actually reasonable defending, but it's still a half chance. And if he'd have got it much harder, probably would have beaten the goalkeeper.
Alberts. The Looking for that little opening. Here's Marco Moles again. Support there by Van Bronckhorst. That'll be a corner as we make it about 2 minutes of this first half remaining. Rangers trying to pressurise and not just hold on to the lead, but to increase it as well.
And so they should, because in England possession and chances created, probably Rangers winning both counts, Archie.
Here's Alberts. What a swing on an Albertson's there, and it's not far away. And I think there was a foul though. The referee seemed to be indicating a free kick. No, he wasn't.
He's got up really, really well. When he sees that again, he'll know that he should have got more than just the shampoo on that. He's got to get the neck muscles out for him. Get a full head on that. It's a good run by the big man. He just didn't get enough on it.
Here's Mateus. Long and high. Perini watching it very closely. Very careless header by Perini. So Rangers, having had a corner 30 seconds ago from that slack play by Perini, now find themselves in the receiving end. And I think the big German Carsten Janker is warming up.
I think what they'll do, Archie, is he'll warm up and stay out most of the second half. They're obviously going to bring the big man on and cause a few problems.
Effenberg with it. Beautifully cleared there by Amoruso. Elbert tries to get a touch. Too many players in there. And the 6'3" giant is warming up on the side, and I don't think he'll make his appearance until the second half, but that's ominous for Rangers. I saw this man playing for Rapid against Paris Saint-Germain. He was quite outstanding in the Cup Winners' Cup final in Brussels. And there goes the half-time whistle. The Rangers support rising to Rangers, a team not exactly back from the dead, but they were certainly pilloried. And here's the goal that has made that crowd so ecstatic.
Quite right too, Archie. They've played much, much better than they did last week. Great performance by them for 45 minutes. They've kept Bayern reasonably at bay. I mean, we shouldn't maybe be too surprised, because after all, they played so well against Parma and they've just carried it on into this. I'm presuming the way Carsten Janker's warming up, he will make an appearance, so maybe things will be different in the second half for Bayern, but a very, very good 45 minutes for Rangers.
And a nerve-wracking 45 minutes to come for everybody looking at this Rangers team trying to pick up from a ghastly start. The halftime score, Rangers 1, Bayern 0.
Whether it's excitement, passion, or just a love for Rangers, there's only one way to be at the heart of the action. Season tickets start at just £298 for adults and £144 for kids in the Rangers family section. Season tickets with Celtic matches included are available from just £409. Call 0871 702 1972 to secure your seat. All season tickets now with 50% off. Conditions apply.
Get ready to rumble this Saturday on Setanta Sports. Round 1. Can Matt Skelton become the first British heavyweight world champion since Lennox Lewis as he takes on WBA champ Ruslan Shagayev? Later at 3, Round 2. Live from the Temple of Boxing, Madison Square Garden, 2 legends of the ring. Felix Trinidad versus Roy Jones Jr. 2 more belters from the new home of boxing, Setanta Sports.
Remember that actress Libby that used to come in here?
Do you know you used to hang about with her?
Aye. It says here that she's written a book. There's a chapter in it all about you, Jimmy. It's entitled, Get Your Horn in Your Pocket, You Rocket. Get up to the bar.
The big man's big read, the Scottish Sun. We love it.
What a weekend coming up on Setanta Sports. Fantastic football. The Edinburgh Derby, Newcastle Bolton and Cali Thistle Rangers. Great golf. The celebs join the pros on the PGA Tour. Ultimate Fighting Championship, Rapid Fire. Fantastic! Brilliant boxing. Can Britain's Matt Skelton win the World Heavyweight title? And a classic, Felix Trinidad v Roy Jones Jr. That's all live this weekend on Setanta Sports.
Rangers Hospitality gives you the chance to enjoy all the action in style. Packages start from £106 including VAT and can be tailored to suit every budget and taste, whether it's for entertaining business clients or for that special occasion. Ibrox Hospitality offers a truly unforgettable match day experience. Call 0871 702 1972.
There you are, Jim. Carsten Janker, that is the only change. And Lizarazu, it looks to me, is the replacement as halftime finds Ibrox in that poised state between admiration for a sterling first-half performance by Rangers and undoubted caution, given what we've seen at Bayern, especially in segments of that first 45 minutes. Long way for Rangers to plough the furrow yet, but it has been successful thus far. Alan McInally.
Yeah, absolutely. They played very well, and all of a sudden Bayern have thrown another log onto the fire to make this thing even hotter. They brought on big Carsten Janker. Now, I had a coffee with him this afternoon and he was very disappointed actually he wasn't starting the game, so I would imagine a very good 45 minutes from him to prove that he's good enough to play in this team. And they're obviously just going to go three to back.
Nice to know he bought you a coffee, Alan. I could
exactly
anticipate that. Here, way that far side, American Reina. And I think it's a throw away in the far side.
But what it will mean, actually, just very briefly, is that they'll go three at the back, they'll go five midfield, and they'll let Elber play a little deeper and push Carsten Janker up front by himself to try and hold the ball up for his midfield support.
There goes the Moles. Brini. Once again taking his eye off it there. It was very tight down at that corner though. Serge Brini with a... There's a very forlorn looking man at the moment. Doesn't bounce about a lot. Here's Moles. Just hold on to it. Tremendous strength in the German tackling. Hamidic looks a very useful player. Here's Amoruso. Now Ferguson, as Janker went in very late there. Here's Moles. Good turn by Moles. Ferguson, now Reina. Playing it simply. Amoruso giving Newman some space. Be pressurized. So making much progress. There's a little ball in towards Van Bronckhorst. Well, Jeremiah's going in there late-ish. He didn't go for the ball, but remember Amoruso was booked for a similar sort of challenge there. Well, there was contact made, but look at the little flourish. Yeah. I think that put the referee off.
Absolutely, I think the referee's made a good decision there, but it was a very good 1-2, and Van Bronckhorst, that's a little unlucky he's not gone to the end of that.
Offside, I think. Yes, I think it was Janker. There he is. I said I saw him playing for Rapid Vienna against Paris Saint-Germain. He was almost a one-man team that night. Lost by 1-0. Tremendous in the air. Wait till you see the first corner kick, and exactly what I mean.
I mean, he really is a giant, big, soft, gentle giant, but not on when he crosses that white line. He's not.
Johansson took that down very well. That's good tackling though. Thomas Linker, 31 years of age. The man that considered by Amoruso rather venerable. Moles, very tight down there for him. 3 players out beside him. And I think he won the corner kick. Well, if for nothing else, there was perseverance, whereas in Valencia they simply gave up in situations like that.
Well, absolutely. We didn't really see him do any of that in Valencia at all, but very good close control by him. The Bayern defenders cannot dive in at all. They've got to stand up. They know he's very tricky, but good play. And it gives a chance for big Amoruso to try and get his head on this one.
Back in by Alberts. Here's the break. Covered by Newman though. Plenty of time to bring that down. Barry Ferguson, who always drops back when Amoruso comes forward. That play there, that's a beautiful ball right through the middle. This could be it. And just past. Look how brilliantly they broke. And Dick Advocat came out of his dugout there, screaming, almost like a sprinter from the box, claiming offside for that pass, and it was.
Well, I think Dick's quite right. I mean, it was a good run by Mehmet Shaw, but it looks to me as if he's offside there, and Dick is on the touchline, absolutely furious with the assistant referee down in front of us here, and it looks as though Dick is quite right. But a let off for Rangers there.
Salihamidzic to Kufuor. Playing it at his pace, Montez. Rangers not lunging in. Kufuor. All the Rangers players back in their own half now.
They're certainly conceding possession, but the problem is now the game has completely changed because Bayern going 3 at the back. Bayern now have an extra man in midfield. And there's a lot of players in midfield, and it's very, very difficult for Rangers to try and control the game as they did in good parts in the first half.
It's played out. Far too slack. Well, stopped by Newman. That's going to be a free kick. And Rangers have got to sharpen up in midfield again. And I don't think that Newman had any other option there but to go for that.
I think Lota's actually looking for it anyway, but that's a perfect example. They really can't. They've got to try and hit the front men now because there's so many bodies in and they've lost the ball because Lota's moved into midfield, giving them an extra man. They've managed to get a free kick in a very dangerous position.
And here we see Janker right on the edge of the box. He may go for the direct shot. Tarnack is certainly eyeing it up. There's Tarnack's shot. Wild one now, taking the pressure off Rangers. And every now and again, during this game, the Germans have given them a little master lesson in how to break.
Well, I've seen him score from distance, certainly not that time. Settled for row F tonight, but he certainly can't hit them from distance. He's another kind of Jorg Albertz, maybe not as strong as him, but certainly better and more accurate than that normally.
Towards goals. Reina taking up position on the right-hand side. That's a little bit late there. Albertz almost given a net. Salihamidzic a little bit slow playing. A better break by Rangers that time. Newman looking inside towards Ferguson. To Albertz. There's Michael Moles. Picked it up well enough. Just a bit short with that. Here's the break from midfield. And Bronkhorst. Offside. Kufuor's there at first. Johansson head down, charging after it. Goal kick that time. But I suppose that as Bayern begin to get control of midfield again, there's always a possibility that quick break by Rangers using the speed of balls in particular. That is right very well now. Kufuor. Tejas. Still trying to get it through. It came back deep. There's Janker getting his first real touch. Greg Will does very well with that. Well, they played it boldly through a ruck of German players there. That took a little bit in there. Jeremias. Well, Arthur Newman, it has to be pointed out, he's only played one full game with the number 21 and came on as a sub in the last Rangers game here. What do you call in a game like this? Comes forward for support again. Newman. Moles. Jeremias after him. Played it Looks for another return pass. Cooper goes in, and I think a hand was used by Ben Broncos, yes. Very unfortunate for him then, because that little triangular movement could open them up.
Well, we did that before, didn't we? And Jeremy's actually got a half touch on it. Again, most definitely a handball. I mean, they didn't know a great deal about it right now. But that's a couple of times Ben Broncos has gone on to the end of a double pass. Maybe if they're not too lucky, and he's got to keep making those runs. He's got to try and keep getting in behind Cooper, because he hasn't looked particularly steady this evening.
Free kick. Long and high towards Moles again, and he turned around that beautifully. I think that there was a deflection. I think Moles was desperately unlucky there. That was a superb little turn, and then he slipped. He got away. Some of the ball had been played behind the German defender. Although it's coming forward now. Moles again. Got the corner, and Moles is really in a waspish form tonight. Singing that defence.
If you've got a striker who's going to work two strikes, in fact, they've got fellas up here tonight. If you can get them on their game, I always harp on about this when I speak to any teams. Most definitely, if your strikers are doing the business and they're on form and they've got good movement, you will control big parts of the game.
It's low and Alberts. Well, if I was playing a corner kick, that's the last man I would want to see ending at the end of a ball like that. And the whistle was up. The big men up and back quickly now. I end with it. Martez. Effenberg. Still with 10 minutes played in the second half. Effenberg coming forward. Driving runs of his. All Rangers players back in their half again. Flick through, and Newman with his right foot. Reina, Ferguson fighting hard for it. There's a long high one, just a little bit hasty with that pass forward. Reina. Moles. There's Reina. Moles wants to play it inside. And again, there's a drive.
Michael Moles has been absolutely electric in the start of the second half. Absolutely electric. He's absolutely Tom Thomas linked it inside out. He'll need to go to the stalls to get a ticket to get back in. Superb play.
It's low, and it's a very poor one by Alberts. The pressure had to be kept on the Germans. As Michael Moles has been quite outstanding in here. There's young Stefan Wessels. Let's say right at the start, you know, regardless of what age they are, Bayern had a very good recruiting service. Alberts looking for Moles again, decides on Johansson. Easily taken away. Ferguson. Free kick. With a warning there to Ferguson. Showed petulant serve by Barry Ferguson. This man has spoiled the equilibrium by getting booking. Kufo. Being internationals and so steady as balls played to him in one-to-ones. Tears. Rangers defiant. Martez. And patiently they're stroking it about. Well, the running off the ball, that's good marking. Tight though, and it should be to Newman. Nice header there by Moore. Alberts. Here's Moles on his run again. There's a lovely ball through, and Johansson. It was who was offside, but I don't think Van Bronckhorst was going to be.
very, very close. What a great take. It's a great ball out of defence from Alberts. Beautifully flighted ball. But what a great take from Michael Malls. Put it through. I'd like to see it again. They may have just been offside. I think they might be right, actually. Certainly not both of them. Maybe one of them got into an offside position there.
Malls just did a little bit too much of the ball that time. Here's Van Bronckhorst. Driven in, and no, just beyond Johansson. He did come right down the right-hand channel there, just slightly unfortunate.
No, that it was unfortunate, because I honestly don't think he realised the ball was even going to get through. I really don't. He's gone too near. The ball's taken an extra touch. It's just gone beyond him. He's a little unlucky there. He's got to keep making those runs. Don't get your head down. Keep making them. It'll fall to you.
Buffon. Played wide and no cover there though. Moles trying to go back. 15 minutes of this half gone. There's that ball placed through again. Now here's the break. Never be sort of pass there though. Moles. I think he'd been touched originally, yes. And I think there's going to be a yellow card here. Yes, Tarnat. I think Moles has probably been the outstanding player of the night, Alan.
Well, every time the Rangers player get on the ball, I'm hoping that that's the man they find, Michael Moles, because I said he's electric. He really has been all over the place. He's got his touch back. He's causing them all sorts of problems. He's got good trickery. And Tarnat, I mean, it's not a really bad foul, is it? More a little one-up, yeah, absolutely, yeah. And he hasn't caught him a great deal, and Michael's gone down, but nevertheless gets a booking for it.
There's Ferguson. Taking his time. Sweeps it out towards Moles, who's offside, and again, Buffon wrestling with him there. A couple of weeks ago, the last Rangers game here, there's Moles in that offside position as the ball is played. Actually, good play by Buffon, catching right back there. Now, he's allowing this man on the ball a great deal coming from the back. Lotte Mathias. Effenberg. Ball still in play. No, it's a free kick, or is it? No, throw in. Very tight in that line. And Effenberg being played in his own game by Barry Ferguson. Look at that, he tried to flick it through to Reina. There's Reina now. And the Germans always intelligently quick passing, one touch at times. Buffon. Scored a couple of goals in the time that he's been with Bayern in the Bundesliga in Europe. Jeremias just got away with that. Ferguson picks it off. Good play by Barry Ferguson. There's a run through. Oh dear! That was very, very level indeed. Now I'd really like to see that one. It was just, yes, it was just over the halfway line. And I think Johansson's been booked for kicking the ball away. As I said, they've really got to keep the patience here. It was very tight.
It's tight. I mean, he may even give it off against Michael Moles. I'm not sure. That was a bad thing to do. They didn't need to get booked. A little bit of frustration because, when I said you've got to keep making the runs, he's going to get one of these times. He's been very close indeed. But he's picked up a booking there for absolutely nothing.
Linker. Penetrating run into the box now, and out comes Charbonnier. Just taken away by Moore. I have to make absolutely certain. Well, I do believe that Charbonnier was going to get hold of that. And now here is the real test. 63 of Kenke is going to be in for this.
Well, exactly. He will. He's into the near post, so he's on the flick on or something that would have booked him.
Charbonnier can't get to it. It's over the top. And I think there was a bit of pushing going on. Right on the edge of the line. Charbonnier had certainly committed himself to go for this.
It's come to get it. Actually, Link is unlucky because if it goes down at all, that may have gone in. Charbonnier wasn't getting it, although he came to get it. He didn't go through with it. It's very, very hard for Bayern now, Archie, because Rangers defending quite deep. They're getting the midfield to sit in front of the back four as well, so there's almost nowhere for us to go. There's been movement down in front of us now for the last 15 minutes or so.
Here's Bowles, Johansson, almost getting it through again. Ferguson, run here, and Johansson's onside this time. And he goes, can he drift it across, and it's just taken away. That's a brilliant clearance there by the 38-year-old who's supposed to be a has-been. What a clearance by Mateus. What's this?
Well, I said he had to keep making the runs, and all of a sudden he's caught them, and it's a quite an intelligent ball, but Mateus back, great defending, shows unbelievable experience, gets the danger away.
Alberts to the near post. Reina out to Van Bronckhorst. Put it in again and just cleared. Alberts leaving it to Ferguson. Ferguson has grown in this game. And that's a dangerous one by Charbonnier. We're doing exactly the right thing for Arthur Newman that time.
Well, we know he's a good goalkeeper, he's got a smile on his face, but sometimes he can be really too smart for his own good. He almost put his team under pressure there.
How many goalkeepers have been watching Beckenbauer in the past? There's a flick through, Yanker puts it back. Alberts just got away with that, but Bronckhorst. Good play now. Alberts going forward. Oh, he couldn't get it through. They had formed that defensive wall again. There's a dangerous run through. That's a great clearance. Elba tries to go in. And I think the whistle has gone. Yes, it's a free kick to Rangers. Well, Giovanni Elba, 27 years of age, 27, as I said, second season. He was with Milan, who farmed him out to Grasshoppers, where he gained in strength. Then went back to Stuttgart. 65 goals in 136 Bundesliga games. That's not a bad record at all. Gonna be a goal kick. Oh, I think the ball, in fact, went on the other side of the corner flag. It's a throw. Yes, I think a free kick again, and the big Yanker gave a dismissive gesture of the hand there. I think it was that. Well, the little general there holding up the dugout. I wonder if inside that stoic frame of his there's a lot of churning going on yet. There's a little run forward on the outside by Van Bronckhorst. And the goalkeeper, I think, pushes it for the corner kick.
Well, he's got that kind of expression on his face because he knows there's still a long way to go. I mean, it's a good result so far, and remember, this is a league situation. If it stays like this, actually, it's a very, very welcome 3 points.
Long way for this game to go yet as we mark out the corner kick. Not a very good one at all, that would be annoying, and now Rangers are outnumbered. Here's the break. Elbert tries to go. Barry Ferguson's there though. Charbonnier does well that time, but look at this, not a Rangers player in that area. Effenberg. Amoruso to Johansson. On to Barry Ferguson, and again, that very flat line catching Michael Moles. Just inside the German half.
I think it was offside. He's trying to actually stay in his own half. Almost made it.
Ali Smajic gone in for it, and that's a weak effort by him. Might be just a little sign of frustration creeping into the German play at this stage, although there's a man who's certainly absorbed a lot of punishment in his day. Otmar Hitzfeld, he's 50 years of age, by the way. He wasn't a great player in his day. Played most of his football in Switzerland. There's Salihamidzic with it.
Just giving it away. There's so many bodies in there. It's difficult at the moment anyway, even though Bayern, I would think, in this half have had a majority of the possession, just simply can't break Rangers down.
Janka. Swept away. Michael Moles on the chase. Kufura's there. A lot of the ball being played down this right-hand side by Bayern. Alberts couldn't keep it in. Total of 49,960 people turned out to see this match, and countless millions in television around the world. This has been beamed everywhere, this game. Effenberg not at all happy with that, and neither was the man at the receiving end is Reina. He seems to be sweeping past Reina at the moment. Moore slack with that. And it's just over, although I think Charbonnier had that covered from this little man there, Jens Jeremes, the 25 East German player.
Well, he has had a great deal to do from distance. Yeah, he definitely had that one covered. Just made sure. It just shows you when I said it was hard for them to get through. They're now having to shoot from distance, Bayern, to try and get something out of the game. And the longer it goes, obviously the better for Rangers. And Bayern will have to keep pushing men forward, and maybe Rangers will catch them on the break.
Back down to Effenberg. Punishing Rundes. Ferguson comes away with it again. Johansson trying to get behind it. Almost got there. This little man is beginning to drive into the game now. Tackled by Amoruso though. Now Van Brockert. Alberts. They try to touch that inside to Moles, and I think Santa Cruz, the big striker, is going to come on, the Paraguayan, 18 years of age. Germans considering bringing him on now, Effenberg. Here's the danger again from Jeremes. Janka. Effenberg can't get away with it. Here's Arthur Newman. There's a better ball to Moles. Moles with Kufur. Moles still going in, and that's a very good tackle.
Excellent tackle.
Yeah. Showing at this Salihamidzic. No offside. Picked up by Elbin. Rangers looking ball there, and it just passed. That's how dangerous they can be. Coming away in that far side there.
Mehmet Scholl getting ready. There's a great ball to the back post. Mehmet ghosting in. Maybe wasn't just as close as you think, but not that far away, and they'll have to be careful. They're going to make a change now.
Well, this is the young Paraguayan coming on, as I said. The Germans spotted this young man, we'll see him now, when he played in the Copa America and scored 3 goals as his team reached the quarterfinals there. That's really picked him up. Van Bronckhorst, Newman. The bounce of the ball was tricky for Moles there. Mateus. Rangers concentrating in defence. Pulled up slow by the Germans. Looking for 1-2s. He's finding it difficult to get onto anything at the moment. Played away to the far side to Johansson. It's Barry Ferguson who's inside, and also Michael Moles. Away to that far side. There is Moles attempting the header. Kufur got back with him. And whilst the Germans may have mastery of midfield at the moment. They're still liable to the breakaway by Rangers.
Well, I said that it's going to be very difficult for them to break them down, and that's when Rangers can hopefully get another one and put this game beyond a doubt. If just hit them on the break. Effenberg's actually given the ball away. He thought it was a foul. He asked for handball. Rangers played on, and Moles almost got into the back post with a header.
There's Moles, Johansson. Lots of strength in that one. Well, Janka got his set tip. Wrong way for him, though. Referee saying that was a foul by Arthur Newman. Again, Gadlicat is incensed by that decision by the Polish referee.
It has been about 20 times tonight.
There's Effenberg with it. Another free kick. There's a clumsy approach of the German player.
Well, I tell you, Tugman will have to be very, very careful. I know he's a good player, he's a good coverer. It can be given away really silly free kicks around this side. I mean, to be fair, it's a good 35-40 yards out. But what you don't want to do in the last, 15 minutes or so is give free kicks away around the edge of the box. But the distance far enough out, you won't score direct.
We're very optimistic, Alan. Well, we'll see. Well, Effenberg. Was it Tarnat with it? Well, he was going for it. An indication that perhaps they are forgetting at times the option of laying it high into the air, the likes of Janka.
Well, possibly there, but there's a couple of chances Tarnat's had it. Hitting the target from distance hasn't done either. He was an awful long way out there, to be fair. Having said that, he did score against Kiev from about the same distance at
Johansson getting his little touch to it. Good forward, goes away. The back there, Linker. Go for it. Ball's going with him. Shell. Going into the box and Mueller's there. And I think that may have gone over. Perini comes away with it now. Arena. Well, the referee says that's got off Johansson. Coming forward again. Rangers massing in front of them. Good interception by Newman, and now there's a little curve in towards Moles. They'd organise the defence well again. It's been very significant tonight that whenever a player has been caught out of position, someone else comes from midfield to full space. Linker. Alberts ought to have done better than that. This could be dangerous. Well, they've got to go for everything that comes across the penalty area. And here's a man who's scored 120 goals in his career, playing mostly from the back. And maybe his bones are just slightly creaking a little bit.
It's difficult to criticize Lothar with the amount of magnificent games he's had, but it shows you they really have to go for it now, pushing Lothar even forward into the box to try and get on to the end of things. And really, I mean, okay, it was a decent ball into the box, but you've got to be looking for big Katzenyanki at the back post there, because if he wins a header, he's going to knock it down to somebody.
Another crowd trying to rouse Rangers again, as the Germans seem to be deadening the game for them. And he got the free kick. Ferguson nipping at his heels, the heels of Mehmet Scholl. 16 caps for Germany. A couple of international goals as well as Effenberg struggles to get that away. Heremais. Amoroso dabs it away. Rangers very much on the back heel at the moment and in defensive mode. They're trying to find Janka. A little bit unusual that one, but
fair over the last 10 minutes. Really on the back foot they have, and they're defending well. They're okay, providing they can get plenty of men back. It's very, very difficult for Bayern to get this equaliser.
Johansson going in after this. There's Reina. Slipping out neatly, Van Bronckhorst. A little careless. And Ferguson. There's up on each one again to Moles. And there's surely Van Bronckhorst was being found as the fouled as the Germans are thinking of another substitution. They're going to be bringing on Zickler, Alexander Zickler. They kick this here again.
Well, I'm glad they're bringing this lad on, because then to touch me anything about Bayern Munich, I've raved about this young lad. He was just young when I was there, and he's come through the ranks. He's going to take off Water, who's given all now. I don't think he's too happy about that, to be honest. He's never He's given it over for 80 minutes, he's done well. But I'm telling you, this boy Alexander Zickler,
and I think Rangers are about to bring on Colin Henry. That's a tempting one, and Charbonnier just a little touch there. It's an Atalanta. And Charbonnier again. That's not the one. Charbonnier gets back. And oh dear, it was almost like comic cuts in there at one stage. A little touch of pantomime here by the goalkeeper going after it. And look how awesome this was.
Unbelievable. Actually, Amarusha does really well not to let Carson Yankin even jump for that. Charbonnier, after making a bit of a hash of it, gets back in and makes a save. Oh boy.
Under pressure, Rangers. Effenberg swings away from goal. Blocked away towards Van Bronckhorst. And that's a bad ball by Van Bronckhorst, simply putting pressure on his side again. It goes out of play. Two Rangers players have colliding with each other. Certainly Craig Moore, I think it is, who's one of them down there.
Well, they were so desperate, both of them, to get that ball away. It's definitely Craig Moore. You see here, there's two of them go for the same ball, desperate to get it away. Craig makes the touch. I think it may even be Perini that landed pretty hard. It's certainly 100% given there to make sure there was no header from a Bayern player towards the Rangers goal.
It may well be fallen the shoulder, feeling the clavicle there, and I think it may be that rather more than a head injury. Here's the challenge as they go in for it. All up there. Now watch the way he comes down. Anyway, it's a throw away in the far side. Colin Henry, by the way, is ready to come on, but Dick Advocat is holding him back slightly. Perini is all right. In fact, I think Moore might be going off. Yes, indeed, he is. The doctor, the Rangers doctor, taking him to the side. And I think, well, that's only a technicality. I think the referee is asking him to come away onto the side. Moore is actually running round the touchline just below us here. And now the referee signifies, and on he comes.
But they're definitely going to bring on Henry as well, so they're going to make a change anyway.
Put it in nicely. Little ball around the outside. Reina battling for it all the way. And he goes down now. They're falling like ninepins. The Rangers want to make the substitution now. Yes, Reina is going to have attention as well. He may have twisted himself. They really...
He's taking off Michael Moles.
In a game of this kind, yes, it looks like Michael Moles, after a tremendous performance, Ibert rises to Moles.
Well, that's obviously an Stepper Cap. He's going to try and defend this last 7 minutes or so. Hold on to this 1-0. That man has been absolutely magnificent for Rangers tonight. Such a difference when he's on form. It's a completely different Rangers team. And Big Collins got the job now of making sure that the 3 points stay at Ibrox.
This is going to be a very harrowing last 6 minutes for everybody associated with Rangers. I don't think there's any doubt about that. We have reached the stage of the game, the terminal stage, the end game, and I wonder if Reina is finished as well, or is he just these technicalities out and he has to go off to get back on again?
Well, that's the way it is, I'm afraid. He doesn't look too good. He simply took one on the shin, didn't he?
By Marusso, and then touched by Newman. Well, there's one man at Ibrox who can send the ball as high as that out of the danger zone. Rangers trying now to build something of a fortress around the box as Amoruso is beaten for it this time. Nicely blocked by Broncos now. He's only got Johansson way up front. Danny Ferguson. 5 minutes remaining. Parini getting into a bit of a tangle out there. Away by Charbonnier. Almost anywhere he was trying to put it. There will be stoppage time, of course, and I think it will be considerable. Bayern on it again. Rangers have 10 men. Reina has been told to come on. Good tackle by Alberts. As the Germans now pound forward in this last 5 minutes. Kufur. Henry. And I think he was being fouled, yes. Free kick to Rangers. Also taking his time about this. Try to send it long to Johansson. They keep possession well, though. Back go Rangers to the marking game. Kufur coming forward. Salihamidzic. Needs somebody to come towards him, though. Down the outside to Yanka. Did go in very well. Amoruso gets rid of it. Ferguson brought that down beautifully. Reina. A little bit tight. Reina picks it up though. Reina's almost on his knees, I think. Good play by Rangers. Kept position on now by Broncos. He's got to let fly and go. He doesn't get hold of it properly. Watched by Newman. Amoruso remaining admirably cool though. Van Bronckhorst. Sometimes Johansson is a little bit naive, running himself into an offside position without even looking round the sides.
Well, a little bit. He's just that desperate to try and help Van Bronckhorst out there to get him behind him. To be fair, Bayern have actually held their line really well and caught Rangers a few times offside this evening.
I think he's aiming for Johansson again, just simply to hold on to that ball. Here's Johansson. Can they take before on? There's nobody in the box for Rangers. Wisely taking it to the corner, therefore. That's intelligent play by the Germans in defence. Henry comes away with it. Ferguson, beautiful play. Tries to send it round the side to Johansson. And I think Big Advocate wanted that ball to be played to foot safely.
Well, I thought Barry Ferguson did extremely well, and I think Dick's been very, very hard on Barry Ferguson because he's kept possession quite well, and eventually when he tried to get through, there were just too many men round about him. I don't really think there was a great deal Barry could have done about that.
Hedema is coming from midfield again. after Newman, and the free kick. Oh, this could be very dangerous for Rangers. It's certainly within striking distance. Newman was involved in that 50-50 challenge there. Now then, this is Effenberg. And also Leonard Shaw. And I think Tarmac as well. The test here for Charbonnier. Well, they've gone for the direct kick in all of them. Rangers looking tense in the box. Lovely taking their time. Tarmac throws for it. It's gone in. There was a deflection. It's gone straight through Charbonnier. And it's one each.
That is a cool goal.
That is a very cruel blow to Rangers at this stage. Into the very last minute of the game. Yes, there was a deflection there off Santa Cruz, who was standing doing virtually nothing.
I'll tell you something.
Rolled it back at the net.
Sorry, actually, I'll tell you something now. The problem is, of course, with them getting, I mean, you can see it here. He's had a couple of goals. He's managed to keep this down with the deflection. There's nothing Charbonnier can do about it. And all of a sudden, Rangers, who were trying with backs to the wall to keep possession, or keep them out rather, are in real danger now because Bayern are definitely will try and push for a winner.
Here's Johansson. There's a bad ball by Johansson there. There are 4 minutes of stoppage time. 4 torrid moments to come now for Rangers.
Very, very unlucky, you've got to say, because they have played very well. But to be fair, possession in the second half has been completely dominated by Bayern, but very, very lucky to get a goal like that.
Effenberg with the longest one again. Barry Ferguson coming forward. That's a free kick, surely. And Neil McCann, I think, is warming up. They're probably taking Amarusa, telling Amarusa to get on with this very quickly. Perini going down this right-hand side. 1 minute of stoppage time play. Now here's Effenberg. Loads of space for Effenberg. Colin Henry, beautiful tackle. Now Ferguson. Trying that longish one again, and Kufor picks it up. There's Saturday free kick. Nick Advocat acting goal boy there, getting the ball pushed back very quickly.
The wee man's been very animated tonight. He really has kicked every single ball with his players.
Now here's Effenberg. There's McCann coming to the edge of the dugout area. 2 minutes of stoppage time played. Newman slow going for that. Here's Moore. Positive enough for that. That's a good tackle. Here's Alberts. There goes Van Bronckhorst. There's Ferguson towards Alberts. Coming inside Alberts. Nobody there for support now. Oh, Newman caught wide out of position. Great tackle by Anderson. Perini. Colin Henry. That's Ferguson. Henry got that nicely round. Now here's Van Bronckhorst. Here's Johansson trying to get with a shot. Oh, it's just passed. It can't have been far away because look at the anguish. And I think, to be honest, Rangers would have deserved pinging it in there.
He's unlucky, he's done really, really well there. A half yard, he's going to be replaced. Actually, you know, an opportunity to get a shot on there. Rangers have been trying to make that substitution for the last 3 minutes. Jonathan Johansson. Neil McCann, fresh legs, not a great deal of time for him to do anything. You've got to say, certain possession of play, Bayern have won this second half, but I think in overall chances, I think Rangers will be very unhappy. They're going to lose 2 points, unfortunately.
We played the 4 minutes of stoppage time according to our watch. Nobody challenging at the back. And there we go, that's the final whistle. And this Ibrox crowd, who were preparing to celebrate a notable victory, I think have just recovered and appreciating what has happened and taken on the finalists of last season's Champions Cup, and within a whisker of beating them. It was a solid performance that gave delight in that first goal there, and there's the equaliser. And I guess this man had given up hope by that stage.
Well, I don't know about giving up hope, but he's certainly hoping for a little bit of luck, and it's certainly shone on him tonight.